Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Set. Strip the ball. Alert, alert. Hey, alert three. Work quick. Hey, 31. Hey, 24. Get wide. Let him go.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On second down, it's Washington, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
50 seconds. 19.
From the gun, here's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Trotted, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Let's bring it.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brings up 3rd down.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. Watch the slant. Mike set 33.
Off play action. Fields. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Washington. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
57, 19. Yeah, let's go second.
On 1st down, Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 8. over the middle, and it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, but now it'll be third down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Fields. He's got it to Hilton. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Watson. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Washington gets it going right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
1st down, Carolina.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. They'll roll him out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On 2nd down, Washington. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Mike's 59. Alert. 59.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you can just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, he's trying to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Off play action. Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On the counter, here's Williams.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Cardinals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. It's Williams on the catch. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Get that quarterback at all costs. Shift.
They'll run it with Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Make these babies cry all the way back home.
Off the play fake. Fields. This is caught by Williams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw. Fields able to find Isabella. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
That's another Cardinals first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and score. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Jamal Williams, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 50.
Now Washington. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Mike 56, Mike 56. 59. Check 56. Yeah.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Steps away to his left. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable now.
Watson on third down. That's caught by Hollister. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
58, right over there.
From the 50, it's Watson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Throwing again is Watson. He gets it to Thomas. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. There's the Panthers punter now. Back deep is T.Y. Hilton. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by J.J. Watt.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. On first, here's Washington. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
Staying on the ground with Washington. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Deep.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Fields. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Let's go, D. Check.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. And he's got his man, Hilton. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 25-yard line. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. Prater for the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Right back to Washington. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Third and 2, Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Williams. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Switch.
They'll run it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jamal Williams his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good, and an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Washington. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Off of play action, it's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Fields. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Tight down. There you go.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
Yeah, baby.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. Looking to throw on second down. Fields toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Joker. He's crashing.
Operating from the gun. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Important extra point up and through, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now Watson. Flushed out right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Slam. Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up. Tighten up.
Here's Edmonds. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. From the gun on third down. Fields. It's caught by Bryant. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Cardinals, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.